Hello, and welcome to Caregiver Chronicles. I'm Sarah, and I'm here with my husband, Jeremy.
Hello.
And today we are going to do a story time about the time Jeremy took Remy to the movies, and I stayed home with Joey. And normally I can handle Joey okay on my own, but this particular day was a disaster for me, but a great day for him and Remy.
So anyway, this is, it's not the first time that I took Remy. We took Remy to the movies because we had taken him to the drive-in when he was, really little because he could fall asleep and we could let him sleep in his car seat. This is the first time we took him to a real I took him to a real theater. We went to see Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. He's a big Star Wars fan, so I knew that would be a movie that would do well with him. Whether it was any good or not, didn't matter. He was going to love it because, quite frankly, he tells me his favorite one is one of the worst ones of the series. So, it was right up his alley. So we get together, I take him to, we go to the Walmart near the theater. We get some candy to sneak in because I ain't paying the movie theater prices when I can pay $1. And then I put him in my pocket. We go over and we go to the theater and we had a very nice time. Got nice stadium seating with cushioned reclining seats. Remy wanted to sit on the very back row. It was great. So we got up there and he could see the whole screen. It was just a great experience for him. He came away wanting to go back to the movies again. Unfortunately, with the pandemic and everything that's happened this year, we haven't been back. So, like I said, this was like right after Christmas. I think it was before New Year's there. So in that week time frame there, between Christmas and New Year's of 2019. But while we were gone, things went a little crazy back home with Sarah and Joey.
Oh, yeah. All hell broke loose at home. So at that time, we were working on getting Joey to pull up his pants by himself, like jeans and stuff. And we were starting out great. Me and Joey were having a great morning. And I get him to pull up his pants. He pulls them up. I just have to help button them. And he did it all by himself. He basically got them on his legs and pulled them up. So I was proud. I was excited. I celebrated with a, "You did it, Joey, yay!" and clapping, which resulted in him stimming. And one of his stims, he lunges forward at you and jumps up and down and bites his chewy really hard. So when he did this, and I was kind of like down in squatting position, helping him with his pants, I went flying backwards over the ottoman, through the air, and landed on my back. I already have some back problems from being a CNA forever, and that did not feel good. It took me about 20 minutes to get up off the floor because my back hurt. I laid on the floor like, when I finally got up, finished getting Joey dressed and everything like that, all was well, but my back was sore. Got some ice, got some ibuprofen. Figured I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch a movie with Joey. We sit down. I put something on the TV. I don't remember what it was at the time. But we sit down in the chair in the living room and we watch, and Joey gets up. And I go to find him probably about maybe 5 minutes later. I thought he was like in the kitchen or playing in his room. And he's in the litter box.
Ooh, that's never good.
No, it is not good. It was not good. So, another fun fact. Joey does not let me shower him. I am not usually home during shower times. I'm usually at work. So, Daddy does Joey showers.
When he lets me shower him, because there are some days he won't let anybody shower him.
Yeah.
And then there are other days he loves the shower.
But you have a lot easier of a time. So, and it's usually at night that he gets the shower, not during the day.
Also true.
So, now it's the middle of the day. He's already dressed. He's literally covered in cat shit and kitty litter. So, I get him, mind you, I hadn't even started picking up the kitty litter yet. I'm like, okay, I need to get him in the shower right away. So I go to get him in the shower, which he was not happy that I pulled him away from to him, it was a sandbox. That's really what I think he thought it was. So he wasn't happy that I pulled him away from the fun sandbox, which was kitty litter. I get him in the shower. He fights me the whole time. He is screaming, he's fighting, he's kicking. He ends up, now my back's already hurting me. I'm squatted on all fours to get him into the bathtub and into the shower, which was a battle. I get some soap on him, on his hands. He's got kitty litter all in his hair. And Joey has long curly hair, so he's got that all in there. So I start getting like shampoo and trying to get it out. Well, Joey does not want to be in the shower anymore. The way that I'm squatted down, my back like cannot support me bending. So I have to kind of like squat down again on all fours. What does Joey do? Lunge at me, sends me flying backwards again. So this is the second time. This time I go flying into the what do they call that thing that the sink is on?
Vanity?
Yeah, I go flying into the vanity in the bathroom, and he just takes off running around the house. Now he's like soaking wet. He's covered in like shampoo and still kitty litter everywhere because I never got it off, and there's soap on him, and he just runs around the house and he pees on the floor. Just pees right there on the floor. And just is screaming and crying and is just running around the house naked, soaking wet, peeing everywhere. So I get a diaper on him. I don't even dry him off at this point because my goal is to just get a diaper on him and put him in his room. Because now I have to clean the soap from everywhere. I have to get him rinsed off. I have to clean the soap from everywhere, the pee on the floor, the kitty litter that's all over the place, and him, and the whole mess in the bathroom from him knocking me over. It took me at least an hour to get everything cleaned. Like, at least. And by this point now, I guess Jeremy and Remy's movie was almost done. And I just finished getting him. I think I had managed to get Joey back in the shower enough to rinse the soap off of him.
Maybe.
Or did I have you give him a shower again when you got home?
You had me give him a shower when he got home?
Yeah, then I think I had you shower him to get the soap off of him because at that point it was like, whatever.
Yeah, I think he was wearing only a pull-up when I got home, so...
Yeah, because I was cleaning up the kitty litter and the pee everywhere.
When I got home, you were sitting in the chair just sore.
I think I just sat down because I think at that point I was just like done. He had clothes on. Because I remember putting clothes on him because he was cold.
Okay, yeah, he might have had clothes on.
Yeah, because he started to like shiver a little bit. I had to put him in his room for a couple minutes while I tried starting to clean. By the time you got home, I had most of the situation under control. I had him dressed. I had the kitty litter cleaned up. I had the pee cleaned up. I had most of the soap and the water and most of the bathroom cleaned up. And I was just done. And I sat down. I called my mom to tell her the story. And what does my mom do? God bless her. She starts laughing at me. I call my aunt to vent to my aunt. And what does my dear aunt do? She starts laughing at me.
It's one of those things that you have to laugh to keep from crying.
Well, I really was like both. Like I was like traumatized and almost to the point of hysterical laughter. Because what could I do? I was defeated. Autism won that day. Joey won that day. I got my butt kicked by my circumstances. So anyway, Jeremy came home and I was just like, I don't even know what level of burnt out I was at. Were we planning on going to La Salette, or was that just kind of like a thing we ended up doing?
That was the thing your parents invited us to because they decided to go.
That day?
That day.
Okay. And take my May. So we ended up going to, not too far from us is a place called La Salette Shrine. It's absolutely beautiful around the holidays. Beautiful Christmas lights. So we ended up going there and then Olive Garden. Did we go to Olive Garden before or after?
We went to Olive Garden after. We checked out the Christmas lights with your parents and your aunt and
Meme.
And your meme and your sister.
Yeah, and the kids.
And her kids. Yes. And because, the 4 kids all got to go on the
rides.
The rides there. Yeah.
Yep. But Joey, didn't he start to have a meltdown there too, or no? Was he alright?
Joey had a meltdown, I think, while we were waiting on the last person to show up, and we were waiting in the lobby of the church because your dad took him for a walk outside.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And then when we got to we went to Olive Garden after that, and what did I have, like a margarita or something like that, or a sangria or something?
I thought you just had a glass of wine, but
I don't know. I treated myself to like a glass of wine or a sangria or something after that because I was defeated and I needed it. But I mean, it ended up being a good day, but it was supposed to be like a fun day, like just me and Joey hanging out, you know, watching TV, just kind of like relaxing, and Jeremy and Remy at the movies. And I think it kind of like getting the text from me saying come home as soon as the movie's over kind of like killed it for you, right? A little bit.
kind of. By that point, the movie was almost over anyway, and I was going to be coming straight home anyway. So, it didn't change that per se. The movie itself wasn't great. It's not one of my favorites in the series. So, it was a fun experience getting to take my son to the movies. But, everything about it, we were only about 10 minutes away from leaving by the time we got you sent the text saying, please come home as soon as the movie's over. So, and it's a 20-minute drive from the movie theater to our house. So
yeah, I think you called me on the way home and I told you the situation and you were laughing at me.
I don't think I laughed at you. I was just like, all right, I'll be there as soon as possible.
I'm pretty sure everybody laughed at my situation that day.
I mean, I eventually laughed at it, but I know enough to know when to take it seriously until everything's calm. And then laugh.
So I wanted to talk about that day in particular, in that moment, because it was a bad day. It started out as a good day, and then it turned to crap, like garbage crap. Because I don't have a better word to describe it. I said garbage crap. And from there, it got better because we went together to do something that we all enjoyed together and have dinner as a family. My husband was not going to make me cook after that.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure the expectations of me for the rest of the day were pretty low. Like,
if your parents didn't call to have us go to La Salette, I was going to order pizza.
Yeah, that's kind of where we were at, where we were just like, no, we're not doing anything. Or like, I was like done with the day. But the reason I want to talk about that day, it was an important day for me, as far as that's the day I realized that, as frustrating as the day was and as hard as it was a little bit funny too. And I know that there's so many other parents that can relate, and that was the day where I decided I need to talk about this. I need to share my journey with autism with people. I need to share it. And that was the day I started thinking about making a blog, like an autism blog, which my husband later informed me that I'm the worst writer ever.
I did not say that. I just said...
Okay, I'm one of them.
That I did say.
He basically said, I love you, dear. You're a great storyteller. You're a terrible writer, and I don't have the energy to edit your work.
No, I didn't basically say that. I word for word said that.
Yeah, that's what he said. So, but I decided I needed to share the story because I know I'm not the only parent who has these terrible moments where I feel like I'm one of the worst moms ever and everything's going wrong. And it's not the first day that I had like that. It wasn't the last day. I don't know. From there, I just felt like I needed to share my story. I needed to do something. And that's how we got to this point that we're at. Which I'm happy because I love doing this podcast. It makes me feel good. It gets my story out there. And hopefully I've made you laugh, and hopefully I've helped you learn something.
And if not, we're both more mentally healthy from doing this. So we're still going to keep doing it.
Exactly. And real quick, I just want to give a brief family update. So right now, our son's school is virtual so they started virtual last week, and now they're virtual again this week until what's the date now? The 17th or something?
I said the 11th.
The 11th.
So that's through Friday. And so there's only one more week of school and then like 2 days
For Christmas vacation.
And
So
then they are on Christmas vacation.
personally, I highly doubt that they're going to go back.
I doubt they're going to go back. And while I'm a bigger advocate of in-person learning than distance learning, there's no point in going back right now. And the yo-yoing back and forth is worse than picking one or the other.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like. So I really feel like we need to just distance for the next 2 weeks and call it a day. But it's not up to me. It's up to the school districts. So...
But I agree.
And come back after the holidays. Come back in January.
In January, yes.
Because that's where I think that we should be at right now. Right now, the state we live in is at 8.6% with COVID cases per capita. And the state that we both work in, which is Rhode Island, is the worst, I heard.
Yeah, this week it's been number one in cases per capita.
In the world or just in the country?
Just in the country. Okay.
So, yeah, the state that we work in is doing pretty bad. The state that we live in isn't doing that great either. So that's where we're at with COVID and school closures. So we're just kind of hoping to ride out the next couple weeks, get our stuff done before Christmas. And I think we both plan on working Christmas, or I know I'm working Christmas.
I am off on Christmas.
Hopefully, there's rumors that my work will have a vaccine before Christmas, but I don't know for sure. But there's rumors that it's almost ready to be distributed. I know right now, as we're recording, they distributed in Europe today, right?
In the UK.
It was the first day. Yep, in the UK. And I know my work should be soon. My mom was telling me her work is planning on distributing vaccines soon. But another family update I do really want to share. I know in the last episode where we talked about burnout, I discussed how my grandmother's dementia has progressed. My grandmother is at the point now where she cannot be alone. It's not safe. And so my mom has had to enlist help. And I'm one of the helpers who goes there in the afternoon and helps take care of my grandmother. She does have help in the morning, but, needs a little help in the afternoon. So, and my sister helps, and we have another family friend who helps. So, which is great because, you can't be expected to do it all yourself.
Nope.
But my mom is doing a fantastic job with that, and as of right now, we're doing everything we can to keep my grandmother home as long as we can. But we know the day is coming soon where we're going to have to put her in a facility. Sadly, it breaks my heart to think about. And right now, the facilities that she's on the list for aren't accepting anybody. So it kind of puts us in that position. But my mom is doing such a good job. She's doing, honestly, she's doing phenomenal. I'm very proud of her. And I know my dad helps too. It's a hard situation when you're facing that point where you have to even make that consideration, make that decision. Like, what do I do with my loved one? I can't help them anymore. But I support my mom in the decisions that she's making. I think she's doing the right thing. And, in the meantime, while it's not safe to get her in a facility, while there's nobody taking anybody, I'm doing everything I can to help. So that's just a brief family update in addition to a fun story time. I guess it was a fun story time.
It's fun for me.
It wasn't a fun story time for me. Well, telling it was kind of funny, but living it wasn't.
But we can laugh about it now.
Yes. Well, yeah, because I have a sense of humor, I think. We do want to wish you all a safe holiday season. And we hope that you're all staying healthy and well and safe and, you're being careful because things are bad right now. And you can hear us on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Casts,
RSS,
Anchor. You can leave us a voice message on Anchor. You can also check out our other podcasts with My Wife Pod at withmywifepod.com is the best place. to find our podcasts. You can send us a message for Caregiver Chronicles on there. Or we also have, our oldest son has his Racing with Remy podcast. And there's some more to come on there that you'll see sneak previews of. Currently, our episodes are being transcribed. We're working on that. Again, long process, but we're working on it. And in addition to that, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything you want to share, you can reach out to us at caregiverchronicles@gmail.com or on our Facebook page, Caregiver Chronicles.
Or on our Twitter, it's at CaregiverChron1. Or Instagram is CaregiverChronicles2. Or you can also find us Caregiver Chronicles at anchor.fm.
We can't wait to hear from you. We hope you all have a great holiday season. Stay safe, stay well. Hope we made you laugh, and see you next week.
Bye.